What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Dev, and today I'm coming to y'all with another story time. This story time kind of sad. It ain't nothing about me getting caught, but this story time kind of sad and it's kind of crazy at the same time. So I'm gonna take y'all all the way back to 2000. Fucking, I'm gonna say five. So we was living in Inkster then, and we had this neighbor, right? I ain't gonna say their name because I don't like doing that. So it was him and his wife, and they was living there for a little bit, and like sooner or later, like later down the line, they had got a dog, right? So everything was all cool and everything. We would always talk to them and everything. Like if like my dad needed like some tools or he needed like some anything like the lawnmower. If our lawnmower broke down, he needed a lawnmower. He would ask our neighbor, and he would let us borrow it. Like we was just sharing stuff. So it was all pretty good, and we known them like for like a long time, like 10 plus years. So it was a pretty good relationship. It was pretty cool, but things didn't go good later on down the road because they had later on got a dog, right? So the dog was playing in the street, and the dog had got hit, and the dog died. So a lot of people we was kind of hurt over that because everybody on my block was real close. We would do a lot of things together. So like when something happened, like major like that, and everybody loved that dog too. So that's what made it so crazy. Like everybody played with that dog at least sometime in they childhood or their life. So everybody knew the dog, and when they found out about it, it was just kind of crazy. So like you could tell like from then on, like the my neighbors, because since they was a married couple, you could tell like from the jump, like it was just kind of distant. Like it was different. Like it was different. Like they rarely would be outside and all of that stuff, or and all that. And I guess eventually they had got a divorce, so she ended up moving out. But the guy, he had stayed at the house. The woman, she had moved out and all of that stuff. I don't know why. It could have been over the strain over the dog, or it could have been over what I'm about to tell y'all that's about to come up, man. This junk is crazy, bro. So, uh, go fast forward probably like a year or two. Everything is pretty much just silent. Everything's back to normal. So, like, when at first, this is when I first noticed it. So when I was, I would walk, I would be outside sometimes, like during the nighttime, I would say, whether it's like we would come home or like we would like, I don't know, it was like more towards like the afternoon or nighttime when we would be outside. Like we would get like this whiff of like marijuana, right? And back then I wasn't smoke. This was before I started even smoking my first blunt or any of that shit. So I wasn't really interested in it at this point. But I noticed that I uh I noticed like I would smell it, or I would smell smoke. It didn't smell like no cigarette smoke, but it was like different. It was smoke but not cigarette smoke. But we would just be noticing that. Then we were like, y'all smell, do it smell like weed to y'all? And we just be like, yeah, dude. But we didn't think nothing of it because, it's just we not around like we wasn't around like during like a lot of crazy stuff because we was like on a good part of Inkster. It ain't like it wasn't real bad over there. So everybody, it was just a lot of families over there and kids and shit. So that went on for probably like a few months. And then I say probably like on the fourth month, that's when we started noticing people like that didn't like that wasn't there all the time. Like we noticing everybody like that's we noticing people that's sitting on a porch, that's on his porch, on the neighbor's porch. It's like three black guys, and it's like one hooker. So I'm like, man, what's going on? Well, we didn't know she was a hooker at first. We just thought she was, one of those. But uh yeah, so we seen them a lot over there. So we would just start questioning everything, and we would just see a lot of cars turning in and out and all of that stuff. And I think I finally knew what was going on when I seen him. When I seen the neighbor for the first time, bro. You will not believe this, bro. When he had walked out, he was skin and bone, bro. Like how I mean, I ain't gonna say that, but he was just super super skinny. Like he ain't ate. Like either he was starving himself or he was doing like he was But that junk was just crazy. So like that junk went along for a little bit, and then like it just got to the point to where like we had to start calling the cops on them because like start calling the cops because it was always it was always a whole bunch of people over there, and they'd be going in and out of his house. You had people smoking on the porch. I mean, they wouldn't even. That'd be the crazy part, bro. Like if you gon' now that I think about it, bro, ain't nothing wrong with smoking and all that. You can smoke or whatever. I don't suggest you smoke cigarettes, but weed, that's up to you. But uh, that's one thing, bro. Like you can't be out in the open doing that jump, bro. Like why would you be out in the open if you see a whole bunch of kids and a whole bunch of families? You know they're gonna call the police, bro. Like come on, bro. I mean, I ain't trying to knock nobody grind, but if you living near me, bro, you can't be doing that shit, bro. That shit made me look like that shit make our house looking bad and all that. Looking like a trap block or some shit. You feel me? But anyways, they wouldn't hide in there or nothing. They would just be sitting there chilling and everything, smoking their blunts, and then having people going in and out, obvious drug deal. And I think sooner or later people started calling the cops, and then I think a little bit down the line, this guy, oh, that's another thing. It was one of the guys was somebody that I knew from my childhood, from when I was real young. Damn, it's crazy because I used to look up to that nigga, bro. But that nigga, I'm telling you, bro, these niggas, that nigga was nothing to look up to, bro. That shit was crazy that I used to look up to him. But anyways, the police ended up catching up with him. So they ended up arresting those 3 people. And it turns out that it was 2 of those black guys was the drug dealers. And then the other girl happened to be a hooker. So the neighbor guy, he didn't get in trouble for some reason. I don't know how he didn't get in trouble. He should have got in trouble, but I guess he didn't have it on him or something. Or I think they might have caught those other people when they wasn't at his house. But it was crazy though. So it kind of died down after that. Then, bro, the craziest thing, bro, I just thought about something else that happened that really ended it. So this is another reason we really moved. So it was one day I was asleep. I think I had school the next morning. I was pretty much in the bed about to go to sleep. So I say probably about like midnight, it was like banging on a door. Then it turns out that neighbor guy's house was on fire. And that shit was just crazy, bro. So anyways, I say the moral of the story is, bro, don't do drugs. Don't sell drugs. Stay out of the way, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with weed, bro. If you want to smoke that shit, bro, then smoke that shit. But anyways, other than that, make sure y'all like, subscribe. Peace.